Before we dive into today's teaching, I want you to pause and open your heart to understanding. So many believers walk through life confused, defeated, and spiritually blind simply because no one ever taught them what is happening around them. Today is not about religion, it's about revelation. Today, we begin uncovering the reality of the spiritual realm that affects your decisions, battles, dreams, and destiny, whether you recognize it or not. The spiritual realm is the unseen dimension that surrounds us at all times. It is not a fantasy or symbol. It is real, active, and constantly influencing what we see in the natural world. The Bible tells us in 2 Corinthians 4 and 18 that the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal, meaning the spiritual realm is more permanent and more powerful than anything physical. What many believers don't know is that the spiritual realm operates by rules, laws, and order, just as the natural realm does. You don't have to agree with gravity for gravity to work, and you don't have to understand spiritual laws for them to influence your life. In Job 38 and 33, God asks, "Do you know the laws of the heavens?" Revealing that heaven, the spiritual dimension, is governed by systems and principles. Romans 8 and 2 speaks of the law of the spirit of life and the law of sin and death. And Galatians 6 and 7 declares that whatever a person sows, they will also reap. These are spiritual laws with natural consequences. Because we don't see this realm with our physical eyes, many ignore it, but ignoring spiritual laws doesn't protect you from their effects. What happens there will manifest here. What is permitted there will eventually show up here. And what is left unaddressed in the spirit will eventually confront you in the natural. One of the clearest biblical examples of the spiritual realm made visible is found in 2 Kings chapter 6. A massive Syrian army surrounded Elisha and his servant, and from a natural perspective, it appeared they were hopelessly outnumbered. The servant panicked because all he could see was danger, but Elisha prayed, "Lord, open his eyes." And suddenly the servant saw an entirely different reality. The mountains were filled with horses and chariots of fire, an angelic army that had been there the whole time. This moment revealed three powerful truths. The spiritual realm is present even when we cannot perceive it. What is happening spiritually is often very different from what we see physically, and victory or defeat is determined in the spiritual realm before it shows up in the natural. This is why so many believers remain defeated. They are fighting visible problems while ignoring invisible causes. They treat symptoms while the real battle is happening in a realm they have never been taught to discern. The spiritual realm is where angels move, where demons strategize, where prayers travel, where instructions are released, and where battles are fought long before you see the results with your natural eyes. It is structured, ordered, and real. And whether you understand it or not, you are affected by it every single day. As you reflect on today's message, remember this: clarity is the first step toward freedom. You cannot fight effectively if you don't understand the battlefield. The spiritual realm is not distant. It is active, structured, and influencing your life right now. In our next teaching, we're going deeper into how the invisible world shapes what you experience in the natural, and how spiritual neglect allows the enemy to operate unchecked. If today's lesson opened your understanding, make sure you like, share, and subscribe so others can receive the revelation they've been missing. This is the Hidden War Room, and I'm Hidden Daughter, and I'll see you in part 2.